As y'all can probably tell, the Lightning looks a lot different than how we last left it. But in today's video, we're going to be doing something pretty simple, but also something I've never done before. And that's going to be changing the oil on this Lightning. Now, not just the regular oil in the motor, but we're also going to be changing the supercharger oil, which again is something I have never done personally before, and I didn't know superchargers even needed an oil change. But again, this being a 2003 Ford Lightning, and I'm assuming the supercharger is around the same age as 2003, then I'm sure it could use a change. So we'll go ahead and show you exactly how that's done and what to use for it. And again, since this is a very much modified Ford Lightning, it's far from stock, I'm not going to be using the stock recommended oil, but instead I'll be using a 5W50, which is a much thicker oil than what is recommended for this truck, just because it is heavily modified. It makes way more horsepower than stock, and it needs a thicker oil in order to run its best. All right, everybody, now comes the time where we change the oil on the supercharger. And it's really pretty simple and straightforward. First thing you're going to do is locate the fuel cap on the top right here and unscrew it. But to get this old oil out, what I've seen other people do on the internet is take an old spray bottle cap like this, stick it into the hole, and just spray out the old oil. And you can use a water bottle to catch that old oil. I'm going to use this oversized one just because that's what I have on hand. It's not going to be nowhere near this much of oil in there. You can use a normal size water bottle or even just an empty cup and you'll be fine. So I ordered this Kenny Bell Supercharger synthetic oil from Kenny Bell themselves. They come in these 8-ounce bottles. I'm sure you can find this anywhere else, probably Amazon or eBay or something like that, but I got it straight from Kenny Bell. And what it calls for is 6 ounces of oil into the supercharger. They only come in 8-ounce bottles, so you're only going to use part of this bottle. So be sure to keep in mind that you're not going to use the entire bottle. And after you make sure you have the correct level on the supercharger, that's it. You just close it back up and you're done. Like I said, it seems like a pretty simple process changing the supercharger oil. And I bet it's something not a lot of people consider when they do have a supercharger. So that's going to be it for today's episode. In the next episode, I believe we're going to be putting on the new wheels and tires for the Lightning. And I'll be sure to show off what we're replacing them with and all that. But that'll be in the next video.